Draw 2 cards. Miss Morris. Sure, I'll counter that. It's a lot of pressure this coming turn. Draw 2. It's a really good turn for us. We might just win on the crackback here. I guess you can go. That's a lot of damage. Welcome back, I'm Dr. Ruckus, and today in Ranked Standard we're playing an Azorius deck built around Homunculus Horde, a 4-mana 2/2 from Foundations. It is Fibblethib-esque in nature. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. It's not so hard to get a second draw on your own turn, because you draw one at the beginning of your draw step, and then it's not hard to get a second one off like a Caretaker's Talon or Enduring Innocence or something like that. It's much harder to draw two on your opponent's turn, so you don't get that free draw. So we do have some cards towards that. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Dr. Ruckus, I want to run Deduce. I want to pay 2 mana to draw a card on their turn and then crack the clue token and draw another card. I want to run Spellgyre. I got this 4 mana open. Maybe I counter something good. Maybe I surveil to draw 2 cards. That would trigger the Homunculus. That seems awesome. You can't. You're not allowed to. There's too much mono red. The base, the ante, just to get into playing Standard, is you got to run 4 1-drops like Smite and Unsummon, and 4 Get Lost and 4 Not on My Watch. That's it. Like, there are no other options. You can't really do anything other than that. Carrot Cake can be good. It can chump block if your opponent happens not to be able to give it trample via Monstrous Rage or the double striky mouse. But sometimes it falls short too. So that's it. You just have to be, just to get into the game, you have to be running that. So there's really not enough space for these cards. I will give you a single Maze My Tome. You can draw an extra card on your opponent's turn, maybe in addition to like pumping out a token on your opponent's turn. You get 2 draws that way, and I will grant you 3 steps ahead. Because the fail staff there, if there's nothing good to counter, you can pay 3 mana total to draw 2 cards and discard a card, which would also trigger the Homunculus. That is what I will give you. I will allow it. We still want 4 copies of Sunfall because you've got to deal with wide boards somehow. It's just in this deck, it sequences really well to be able to like chump block with Carrot Cake, drop an Innocence, you trade, you get the life cane, it goes to the graveyard, and then, you know, reanimates as an enchantment or whatever. The board's empty, you Sunfall. Like, that is a very good sequence with this deck, so we still want to run 4 Sunfalls. There's not too much space for the Horde itself, and it's more awkward with Sunfall than it is with the Felidar Retreat, kind of similar deck I was running a couple days ago, because that enchantment does get under Sunfall, so we don't want too many of these, but 2's enough. We got a little bit of synergy off 3 steps ahead, and some Maze My Tome, some draw steps here, but mostly it's mono white with an alternate win con. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. On the play, no 1-drop or 2-drop. Must be the mulligan. Okay, a little bit better. Put back one of the counter spells. Let's go. Crab beans. Yep. So what are we doing against them? They don't do anything for a long while, right? So we just Maze My Tome. And I think try to take the draws every turn. I don't think we need to scry. Like, I don't think we really need to counter the 3-drop. If we wanted to counter anything, it's the turn 2 Beanstalk. We could smite that away if we had to. I think we're just taking the draw this turn. Next land is good. Let's still... I guess we don't need to draw now. We can hold 3 steps ahead for something. Sure. They basically have no counters in their deck. So, I mean, ideally we're countering like their Terror. Or, the Crabs. The Terror is better, because it's easier to counter it than it is to target it later. Okay, let's smite you. Alright, and we dig out of the mulligan. Sunfall will be good eventually. We hit the land, so again, we don't have to do anything here. It's quite nice. Do you want a Carrot Cake? We could hold the counter for something. They're not going to crab. They could Terror, though. I don't think we need the Carrot Cake yet. I think we'll just take the Maze My Tome draw. And maybe 3 steps ahead if there's something we really need to get rid of. Alright, there's the first crab and the Terror. So we probably have to counter the Terror. Or we can just try to hit land and Sunfall. Beanstalk. That's honestly not a bad counter. I think we actually take that counter here. That's a tough one for us to get through. Let's see. I think we still keep the draw. I mean, it's going to be a tough turn because they're going to crab here, I guess. And then we eat 5 points, and we Sunfall next turn. Another land's not bad, though. Is there anything we really want to play this turn? I think we could. Let's take a draw. Like, we could slam a enchantment of some sort. We could slam that, except for the fact that they probably want to crab here, right? So they tap it down, and we can't really attack anyway. Yeah, nothing that's really good. I think you just do nothing here. And wait for the Sunfall. And hope they overextend a little bit. And here. Let's cash grab. Okay, they might not overextend then. Let's see. Terror in hand. Let's see how many come down just now. 1 terror. Anyone else? Too bad. Carrot Cake isn't bad. I mean, we do want them to keep extending into Sunfall. So they can tap down this blocker. We can make another one on their turn. Untapped. Don't need the next land right now. Again, ideally they overextend into Sunfall. Seed of Hope. No crab. Show me the crab. You gotta push at some point. Okay. We take a chump, that's fine. Turn instant or sorcery. Let's see what you get. I only have 33 cards left. Okay, cash grab. Alright, let's take the draw. Okay, I think we play the Innocence and then like Carrot Cake on their turn again. I mean, if they... Get rid of one of these. Ideally we block with the Innocence. And then we can Sunfall after. We got 45 cards left. Level up. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue and red otter creature token with prowess. Okay. I guess we could get lost that. Cool, it's a good block for us. And I guess we're definitely going to get lost the talent. So just to guarantee that, we have enough mana to Sunfall also. I guess technically we still don't really have to Sunfall yet. So that means we could take this last draw here. Just make sure you hit land this turn. Cool. Yeah, more land's nice. I do want to get lost you now. And we can give them the map token value, or we could just Sunfall here. They do get the Vine Stalk attack. That's not so bad. I think let's try not to give them the map token value. So here comes the first Sunfall. You could also attack with the Restless Anchorage. That's not bad either. Doesn't have Vigilance, does it? Fly, take 3 mana. It's not perfect. We can't also Carrot Cake. I think we're just going to land that first Sunfall here. They can power up their creature land if they want. Cast grab, mill 4. No permanents, I don't think, except maybe a land. Just, oh, they get to draw back the talent. Okay, a new talent. Play it out. We have another get lost for it eventually. Another terror. We have the Sunfall for that, though. I think we land the next Sunfall here. We could get lost the talent as well. I don't think we're Mirexing this turn. If we're going to get lost the talent anyway, we might as well basically do it now. Okay, it goes down. They got lots of map tokens, but no creatures to put it on. Is it crab time, finally? It is. The crab comes down. 27 cards left, and we're at 26 life. This town ain't big enough. Could start bouncing stuff. Opt, they get the bounce. And now they can replay that every turn for the rest of the game. Well, I guess they need the Storm Chaser talent to kind of get the combo unlocked. So we'll see if they have any more lined up. Alright, 7 to the face. Can start with a carrot cake. I kind of think milling is the way to beat them. I don't know if we need to race them with damage or anything else like that. Your draw engine will keep you. You can bounce the talent repeatedly. They could this town right now, but that'd be weird to do. Attempt to make a 1/1. Unsummon you. That's okay. They can bounce any blocker we play, so I think this turn we try to Not on My Watch and force them to bounce their crab back to their hand. This isn't a perfect position to be in. They still could win from here, but we're decently well set up. Drops to 21. They get back the Terror. We can chump block that for days, kind of, though. Just depends how many bounce spells they have. If they can't loop us with Storm Chaser talent, it's much harder for them to win. More land to hand. Also have to deal with the creature land at some point. Okay, so we go for this, and they probably, this town ain't big enough, I guess. Bounce the crab back to their hand. They don't really want to bounce the talent. They can replay and copy. I guess they bounce the talent. Unsummon, sure. Okay. Start with a carrot cake. Yeah, we'll keep it for the crab, I guess. We got plenty of cards left still. That's good. And they're pretty flexible and stuff here. Yeah, we don't need to level that up at all. Just chill. Once they move to combat, we can make a whole bunch of blockers off the tokens. We can get lost something. They tap you down. Okay, it's fine. We'll just spend mana on their turn if we can get them to. Sure, it's okay. One top. So if we make the blocker, they just bounce it pretty easily. I think you want to try to force their hand on protecting the crab. Then they won't get any map tokens if they try to bounce and save it here. And then we can still go for Not on My Watch on the Terror. They're figuring out which of our cards to bounce. Either the token, yeah. So they bounce you. It's okay. So no map tokens there. And then we still try to Not on My Watch. This guy. Autopay the ward too. This way they didn't get any map tokens, and they didn't bounce the Terror, which is kind of more annoying for us to deal with. The fact that we can make blockers on their turn makes the crab much less good. Alright, that is the loop. So now they can get back this town's ain't big enough. So that is an issue for us, in general. They only have 17 cards left, but that is like an interesting way they can win. So they get back this town ain't big enough, they can loop that. But again, we do really have a lot of blockers, in general. So we can carry cake on our turn. Don't need more land. Take double draws here. Okay, didn't need that. So now we're looking to draw on their turn next. Is there any reason to put in 4 mana into the Caretaker's talent? I don't really think so. Leaving only 3 open. I don't think that's the best use of our time and energy. And I don't think we're winning via damage. We could, but I think mostly we're just trying to draw. We got 34 cards to their 16. Beanstalk, they're going to keep drawing faster. That's okay. I think we jump block. Let's start with a carrot cake. Fountain Port. I think it's okay, actually. Gives us a nice way to chump block without trample, and then still draw off of it. We'll take the jump here. We're just trying to stay healthy. We should have plenty of token fodder. Okay, that's it for this turn. We could start making these 2/2s. Again, they're much better when we can make them on their turn. I think we can get one of them in there, though. At some point, they just bounce and replay everything. Since we're not doing anything else this turn, I think this is fine. It makes it unsummonable, but otherwise isn't really a big deal. Oh, baby, it's that card. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, they do have to answer it. Yeah, we drop it on them, right? Come on, we gotta drop it on them. So now we get the trigger. They can bounce it now if they want. Alright, do the bounce thing, sure. Okay, send those back. The next Fountain Port showing up too. We can replay it. I mean, it does make huge issues for them. Like, they kind of have to answer it every single turn. So I think we'll go ahead and do this. And we'll take the next carrot cake on their turn. Or we can block in Fountain Port. No attacks, hold back. We're still at 25. They have 14 cards to go. Here's the crab, get the draw. We drew a lot of land this last sequence, which is kind of bad. Like, more interaction would be huge here. Yep, tap 2 creatures. So I guess we'll go carrot cake block on their turn. Oh no, they have another crab. That's pretty bad, actually. That's a lot of damage. So make the carrot cake block, and they can just bounce it. We won't be able to hit a second creature for that turn, so it's a lot of damage coming through this turn. Sunfall would clean up a lot of this, though. And the Vinestalk, too, if they really want to push damage. I think they could Vinestalk. Alright, prowess up. Make an otter. Dang, I feel like we're close. We need to draw a little bit better. A single Sunfall really cleans up the game. I think that makes life a lot harder for them. Okay, get back this town. Yep, they do the thing. We need to draw a bit better here. Okay, we attempt this. Should get 2 draws. They could bounce the token. Smite is not what I want to draw right now, right? I don't think that's it. I think we're just digging for Sunfall. 2 draws to get there. 3 draws to get there. We got a lot of draws. We got like 4 or 5 draws here off of everything between this turn and our coming next turn. We have a lot of draws to hit the next Sunfall. Oh, they bounced the Horde. Interesting. Are they going to leave us with the 1/1? Maybe they bounce you too. There's a Sunfall. That's great. They almost certainly can't stop that, which is huge. They allow us to block here. That's also great. Okay, so they can now bounce both their crabs and then replay both their crabs, but not until the next turn. So we can get in here with attacks, I think. Trade there. Let's make sure Auto Tapper doesn't screw us too much. I don't think we need a whole lot of mana for a lot of stuff here. We'll probably do one of the Merrick's tokens. So here comes the attempted Sunfall. I think they bounce both crabs back to hand, but it's another several turn cycles until they can redeploy them and attack with them. "26 cards, another talent. I guess we can play the Horde and the carrot cake, or we can just keep digging for Sunfalls. That's maybe even better, actually. I mean, they're just going to loop. Probably the talent is better here. Don't need you. Just looking for more Sunfalls, kind of. Okay. Opponent down to 9 cards. Every time they play the crab, they do draw off the Beanstalk. And again, these little Sunfall tokens that we can power up on their turn is really not so bad, because it plays around getting tapped down by the crab for the most part. Alright, search your library for something. Let's see if there's any magic in there that can get us. Search your library for a creature or land card. So then, is there one more crab? Or they already have all 4 of them out? They just get an island. That's interesting. I guess they were hoping, maybe they didn't know their deck that well. There's a crab in the graveyard, and there are 4 terrors exiled. We have 24 cards left. They return the bounce spell. They return unsummon. Okay, we take the carrot cake draw. Unsummon is pretty good as far as like interactive pieces go. It does actually answer the crab, at least in terms of letting us live for the next 8 draws. Double unsummon, like that's nice for stalling here for sure. I guess we drop the Horde on them here. Are we going to deck ourselves? I don't think so. I think we have enough mana to play the next talent too. And the Horde. I think it's kind of unnecessary. I think just saving mana for blockers is one of the best things we can do. I don't think we really need to Merix. Let's see how they feel about this. They don't like that. They unsummon you. Sure. 2 mana open for a single crab here. 3 steps ahead for the counter on the crab. That almost wraps up the game by itself. That's really quite good. So if we're going to do that, we can slam the Horde again and be totally content. We just need double blue, which we still have. So let's try again here. Got 19 cards left. As long as we don't deck ourselves, we're doing pretty well. Okay, and we don't need 5 mana really for anything. We could get down one of these Surveil lands here. Which is fine. Like, we don't need to draw a discard more 3 steps ahead, I don't think. Yeah, it's good. We'll keep it. Alright, and we don't have the mana to copy anything with the talent because we kept the fountain ports open, kind of by accident. No attacks, we just chill. We're about to the end of the game, we're getting there. Every crab draws up the beanstalk. Counter target spell. Autopay. That really slows them down. They draw, they have 7 cards left. We bin the fast land here. Double unsummon. Pretty good against their strategy. I guess they got that up to 6. That's interesting. That's actually pretty bad. I mean, we definitely want to kill this thing. How do we draw a card this turn? Copy a token? Is like good enough? 18 cards left. If they could bounce the 1/1, but that's not really a big deal. Okay, let it go. We get 4 draws here. We're dropping down to, what, 14 cards? They're down to 6. Not on my watch is good. Not on my watch, also very good. Okay. And we basically just want to get lost this talent here. This one's leveled up. Let's see how many prowess tokens they make. I mean, if they go crazy here, we could just Sunfall, though I don't think we would, but if they were able to make 1,000,000 tokens, drawing up. Opponent continues to draw. We hold the unsummon. They're getting low. 1 top. This town. Bounce the token, sure. Don't think it's enough. Draw 4 cards left. I think we'll unsummon some stuff now. No attacks here. Just to get it out of our hand. We haven't played Land Jade either. Alright, have you dip. Have you dip. Alright, Alright, that's all for now. Okay, 3 cards left. You cast the crab, you draw another one. You're almost out of time, friend. Unless you can shuffle your whole library into your deck. I'll be pissed if that's the case. I don't know if there are any cards that do that in Standard. I want to say maybe there's one, but maybe people don't allow that in Standard. Maybe they don't print cards like that in Standard. I don't remember. Alright, get back a bounce spell. That's okay. In order for us to draw twice on their turn, we'd have to sack 2 cards with Fountain Port to get the Horde trigger. We don't have to do that. That's not necessary to win. Okay, sure. I don't think we need or want to do that. We're so close to dead here. Do we want to draw 2 just to trigger the Horde? Like, that seems pretty unnecessary. I don't think that's what we need to be doing. We'd make a lot of blockers, though, which is kind of funny. Maybe it's worth it. As long as we don't deck ourselves. Alright, sack a token, draw a card. We'd also make a fish and draw a card. Because I don't have enough mana to do all that. That would have been better. Make a fish, draw 3 cards, trigger the Homunculus. That would have been the better way to do this. This is the worst of the ways. Alright. 13 cards left. I do hope we don't deck ourselves. Like, that would be a bit ridiculous here. One with 3. Yeah, let's be a little bit more careful, I think. Counterspell's nice. 8 cards left. Alright, no more creatures. No more. Basically, we just hold removal spells here. We're totally fine. Doesn't need to be any more elegant than that. Powering this up doesn't matter, because we're just chump blocking anyway. No attacks. Into here. Like, the Innocence can go... 6 cards Innocence can go. I think the next Homunculus could basically go... Let's go and, like, land and, like, land. Keep all the counter spells and removal spells. We're at 7 cards, yeah. I don't think we need to take that last draw. I want to show off the Horde, but, like, we can't lose. It's not an option. Surveil 1. You're almost out of cards, man. Okay, can't stop that. Let's see how many attackers they can make. We do have Sunfall. 2 cards left in deck. Go for the fight spell. Think you allow it? Yeah, it looks like we'll Sunfall next turn. And they can't really cast the crab because it gets them too close to decking. That's it. Alright. Sunfall does make a token. It does draw us 3 cards, which is pretty bad. So I don't even know if we can afford to do that. I guess it's fine, right? No, we draw 4 cards off of that. Drop to 2 left? I don't think that's worth it. We have blockers in the form of creature lands, so I think we just hold the removal spells. To bounce everything we have, we power up 2 blockers. We counterspell, we double knot on my watch. Need to go from 23 to 0. I do think we rode a little too close to the sun last turn with taking those extra draws just for the single Homunculus trigger. Homunculus. They bounce a single creature. Up the beanstalk. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they can't really cast much more of that, so it's fine if they want to return the beanstalk to cast the crab here. That's fine. I mean, we either counter the crab or kill the crab. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. Alright, I think we might as well counter you. And I think we have, with double knot on my watch and double creature lands, I don't think they can really get us from here. Alright, they're just triggering as much as they can, so be it. Nobody's got trample, as far as I know. This is their last turn of the game. They have to win right here. 10 damage presented, assuming they can bounce the Horde. They do have the creature lands. We can exile those. Those things have trample, so that's a little more interesting to deal with. Alright. Sure. You got it? Sure. You got it? What else we got? It's the last turn of the game. Get back this town to bounce any potential blockers. Yeah, if we had countered the bounce spell on the beanstalk would be down right now. And maybe that'd be a big issue for them. 2 attackers. Alright, here we go. So the creature lands are really good to power up, because if they want to bounce them before we move to blockers, we can still cast Not on My Watch with them. So let's try to get some of these going. Okay, let's go again. White and blue, I guess. And then we can get, what, at least one more in there? And still cast double, So we have 5 mana open. So that's basically it. And then we'll cast double Not on My Watch. Okay, it's bounce time. Some big otters. We move to blocks now. Nobody's got trample. Block you. Block you. And then we do single Not on My Watch on you. And one more. Okay. Wild game. We didn't really get to show off the Homunculus, but we got other games today that will show it off for sure. On the draw, we keep this. Piferai Makiko on mono white. True mono white. The purest of mono whites. Look for that deduce. Okay, that's a card. I guess you let that go. They don't even attack. Alright, they're really afraid of Elspeth's Smite. We'll take our deduce then. Last fast land can come down. Caretaker's Talent is good. I mean, they could get lost it. But I think it's the best thing we can do here. Want it with the get lost immediately. Okay. Two to the face. Not afraid of the Smite this time. Oh, they're stuck on land, though. That's interesting. Dropping the Horde, unfortunately, probably dies. So we could just take the draw instead here. I don't think there's really much we'd want to play. We can see what's up, though. I guess we also kind of want to get lost their draw engine immediately. If we can. So we can stick with this. How we're going to beat Sunfall, I don't know. Yeah, we can blow a Smite here. It's got to get done somehow. They don't sack it to the Fountain Port. Kind of surprising. Alright, we do want to exile that guy as well. So I guess it's you plus hold open Smite for the most part. Again, unless we're really worried about the next Caretaker's Talent. Yeah, I think we'll wait one more turn. Nah, map token's not bad here though. Getting that value out. I don't hate that. We'll just hold Smite then. Unsummon against them? I don't think it's where I want to be. Alright, we hold the Smite. A little bit suspiciously. That's okay. Another one. Alright. They get that draw off. Now what? They do attack though. We get to exile one of these guys, which is nice. Maze Mind Tome. I mean, next turn they sweep if we do this with Sunfall. But we get the first set of draws off. I think it's still worth it. Okay. And we'll play the Tome as well, I guess. I don't need to attack with the Innocence. Although we're really not going to find a way to exile this thing, are we? But if they want a Sunfall, let's at least have them get punished with us. So, yeah, let's just drop the tome here. No attacks. If they feel forced to Sunfall this turn, then at least they have no draw engine and we're left over with the Maze Mind Tome. Alright, they do have a way to exile this. I can replay it though, it's not the end of the world. No blocks for me. I think they still want a Sunfall, and we want them to have to exile their own draw engine if they do want a Sunfall here. I don't think we need to scry. I think we'll take the draws. Nice. So we can draw a second card here, and 3 steps ahead on their turn. It's actually quite good. Yeah, I think we do that over the Innocence. Let's draw a card. Looks like they want to kill one of the Hordes now. Okay, that's not bad at all, really. We still get the draw off. We still get the double trigger. We hold 3 steps ahead. This is not a bad place to be. It's really quite a good place to be. Yeah, we just chill here. We counter the Sunfall and draw 2 cards. Miss Morris. Sure, I'll counter that. It's a lot of pressure this coming turn. Draw 2. It's a really good turn for us. We might just win on the crackback here. I guess you can go. That's a lot of damage. We don't have lethal yet. Can we find lethal off the talent? No, we don't have enough land to do it all. And we don't have a way to play around Sunfall yet, besides like the Mirrex token. Let's probably attack all with Caretaker's Talent. We can smite it too. I think all that's pretty good. Alright, attack all button. Swinging for 16. We'll smite you, so that you don't stick around. Hit him for 14. And we could drop a Caretaker's Talent here, I guess. And not overextend beyond that. That or the Maze Mind Tome. I think that's a little better. Yeah, let's get this guy down. It's less mana efficient, but that's okay. Map token copy, I still think they want a Sunfall here. Well, alright. I wasn't really thinking about that. That's okay. Don't need to do anything else this turn. Carrot cake, sure. Okay, that's all for now. I still think they Sunfall. And then we reload. Oh, it's just a Beza. Alright, I feel like we win then, right? Yeah, good game. No Sunfall. That should be it. See if we can draw a second card on our turn. Just for the memes, right? We already copied you, right? Oh no, we haven't done that yet? It's fine. Just for the memes. Draw our second card. That's fine. Just triggered the Caretaker's Talent. And then create a 30... What, 32 Homunculi total? They're letting us do it. They're being a good sport. I wish I could give them the thanks, but I'm not really doing that thing. That should about do it. Okay, good game. Hey, he let me do the thing. I appreciate that. He could have scooped you earlier, so we got to pump out some Homunculi. On the draw, it's okay. It's mono red again. Do you guys get tired of me saying that? I feel like I say that all the time. It's mono red again. It is mono red again. It just always surprises me. Okay, at least it's not Boros. Can exile it next turn. Hold that not on my watch. Yep. Exile you away. Goodbye. Oh, do nothing. Well, then you really want to hold a counterspell then, don't you? Turning Innocence is okay. I mean, that means they had no creatures in hand, right? I guess it's the best time for the Innocence. No stick there either. What is in that hand, dude? What the frick is going on? Is it like the 4-mana Hadutsugo deal 10 damage if their life is at 10? They just top deck that, right? Because they didn't play it last turn? Felonious Rage. What is going on here, man? Now what? So what happens if they kill it? They get like a thing. When it dies, create a 2/2 detective token. I guess we can block here. Doesn't have trample yet. And if they throw on Monstrous Rage, then it doesn't die anyway. Okay. Fine. It's okay. It's a 13. Calisel Sword. Okay. To 3. Just lovely. So it looks like, I mean, maybe we just hold open Smite and Smite to get lost. I don't know if we need to counter anything. We're getting the counterspell out of the hand is not bad. Yeah, maybe it's Carrot Cake here still. Yeah, another one of those on top is not that bad. Okay. We end here. We're at 3. Can we live? Land. Attempt this block. I guess we can get lost here. No stick at all. It's a creature that gets a map token up. Land to hand. Land to hand. Hold Smite in the counterspell here. I think that's pretty reasonable this turn. Don't need that next land just yet. Okay. To blocks. Attempt to smite. We can always Carrot Cake if they don't have anything here. Which looks like they do not. Land. Carrot Cake. Don't really need the counterspell. Sunfall showing up. Let's start here. Alright. We can get in there. Just hold this might. Classic game of mono red. Okay, next one. On the draw, it's okay. It's mono red. Well, we'll hold open some options here. Let's see what they go for. Fast land. Okay. I mean, we'll attempt the smite. See what else pops out of this. Rescue it is. Bounce it next turn. To 14 on turn 2. Very nice. I think the bounce right now isn't so bad. I mean, we already know they run Shard Mage Rescue. I don't think you can afford another whiff. Yeah, we'll just bounce it now. Next land isn't super necessary. Okay, restart. Hero returns. Another hero. Okay. Here's the Horde showing up. I don't know how good the counterspell is here. We could probably want a Parting Gust over anything else, really. Still leaves him with a fish. I think it's basically just Parting Gust here, sadly. Don't need more of you. Okay, I guess we go for this now. We can give them the tapped fish. What else you got? Tap land, 1 card in hand. That's not the end of the world. Okay, we could drop our Horde here. And then 3 steps ahead next turn. I think that's all that's happening. We're doing our best. We're at 13. The game's not over yet. Shelter by Ghost. Take the only thing we're trying to do with our deck. Alright. Cool. Feels good. 10 to 9. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to get lost, we ought to do it on their turn. They can draw into the rescue. Whew. If we wait till they attack, it's not really good any which way. I think we're going to wait. We're going to give them the draw. Because otherwise they can use the map tokens before combat, which I don't like either. So, we give them the draw. But we'll see how this goes. You got it, really? No, they just want to pump that damage up. 7 damage to the face. Take the block. Game goes on. We have a counterspell. And a smite. Which means we can attack here freely. Get him. End here. We hold the counter. If they do nothing, we're 3 steps ahead. Oh, baby. It's nothing. Let's go. Draw 2. Discard. One of the lands, I guess, can go. Probably don't need all those. It's a copy. Fountain Port's okay. I think we Caretaker's Talent, though. Hold the smite. Copy. Oh, they scoop. You're not even gonna let me do my thing, dude. You sheltered by ghosts. The only cool thing I was trying to do. And then you scoop on the back end. Come on. Alright, thank you for staying to the end. If you enjoyed this Homunculus Fibblethip video, then please consider dropping a like and hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leaving some kind of comment. All that stuff really helps out with the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.